Hey, welcome back to the channel. You know what keeps people stuck? It's not the storms in their life. It's the story they keep telling themselves about the storm. See, most people wake up every day hoping the world outside will finally go easy on them. They think if traffic clears up, if their boss is nicer, if their partner understands them a little more, then maybe they can breathe, then maybe they'll feel peace. But Stoicism doesn't work like that. It doesn't tell you to wait for peace. It tells you to create it. Because real strength, real peace, real control was never about what's going on out there. It's always been about what's going on in here. Your mind. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you'll find strength. That quote isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a weapon. And every morning you forget it, you give away your power. You give your peace to people who don't deserve it. You give your energy to problems that were never yours to fix. This video isn't just about Stoicism. It's about why everything changes the moment you take your mind back, and how to do it every single morning. Let's get into it. Control the controllable. You can't stop the rain. You can't predict the market. You can't control how someone else treats you, but you can always control how you respond. The Stoics knew this better than anyone. They were emperors, slaves, soldiers, philosophers, people who lived through chaos. But they never begged the world to be softer. They trained themselves to be stronger. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When your alarm doesn't go off, when someone cuts you off in traffic, when that text doesn't come, you get to choose anger, blame, or acceptance, redirection, peace. Every morning, life will test your mind, and every morning you can take it back, because no one can steal your peace without your permission. Drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I control my response. I control my peace. Your thoughts shape your world. You wake up, your phone is dry, your schedule is full, your body's tired, and instantly the thoughts rush in. Today's going to be hard. I'm already behind. I can't handle this. But those aren't facts. They're stories. And Stoicism teaches you that your thoughts are not you. They're suggestions, and you can reject them. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Read that again. How many times have you talked yourself into anxiety, into anger, into insecurity? Not because life was unbearable, but because your mind kept repeating a lie you never questioned. The Stoics trained themselves to observe their thoughts, to challenge them, to strip them down until nothing was left but truth. So before the world gets to you, check your own mind first. What are you choosing to believe this morning? Because that belief will become your day. Everything outside of you is neutral. Your job isn't good or bad. Your ex isn't good or bad. Your past isn't good or bad, until your mind gives it a label. Stoicism is about understanding that nothing is personal. Life isn't attacking you. Life is just happening. A missed opportunity? That's growth. A breakup? That's redirection. A failure? That's feedback. The Stoic Zeno, after losing everything in shipwreck, said, "Now that I've been shipwrecked, I'm on the right course." Think about that. He didn't curse life. He thanked it, because he knew something most people never realize. Pain isn't the end. Pain is the path. You don't control the wind, but you do control the sail. Every morning, said it wisely, emotions are teachers, not dictators. When you feel angry, when you feel sad, when you feel afraid, your instinct is to act, to lash out, to hide, to numb yourself. But Stoicism tells you something radical. Feel the emotion, but don't become it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. You can feel the wave without drowning in it. You can sit with your fear without letting it drive your choices. You can hold your pain without handing it to someone else." Stoicism doesn't say don't feel. It says feel deeply, but act wisely. So the next time you feel like reacting, ask yourself, is this me, or my emotion trying to speak for me? Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause, breathe, and choose stillness. Discomfort is training. when your morning routine feels hard, when discipline feels boring, when your path feels lonely, understand that's not punishment. It's preparation. Every challenge you face is an invitation to become who you're meant to be. The Stoics didn't chase comfort. They chased clarity. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. You'll be misunderstood. You'll be doubted. You'll fall again and again. But each fall is another layer of your armor. Every early morning, every tough workout, every painful conversation, every failure, it's all training for a future you haven't seen yet. Stop asking why it's hard. Start asking who it's making you. This moment is enough. Not tomorrow. Not when you make it. Not when they come back. Now, this breath, this body, this life, you don't need more to be grateful. You just need to stop letting your mind convince you that this moment isn't already sacred. The Stoics practice a concept called a more fatty love of fate. Not just accepting what happens, but loving it, choosing it. Because when you stop wishing for another moment, you finally show up for this one. Your peace is your power. They can take your time. They can take your money. They can even take your reputation. But if they can't take your peace, they've taken nothing. Your silence, your stillness, your calm center in the middle of chaos. That's what Stoicism gives you. Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Not the weather, not the outcome, not the opinion of someone who left. Your thoughts. You build peace by letting go of control, by trusting your character more than the circumstances, by understanding that you don't need things to go your way to be okay. Peace isn't a reward, it's a discipline. Choose your mind. Every morning, you are not what happens to you. You are not your thoughts. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are the awareness that sees all of it. You are the calm in the storm. You are the one who chooses the meaning. Every morning, before you check your phone, before you check the world, check your mind. Protect it like your life depends on it. Because it does, and here's the truth they never teach you in school. You can't control what happens today. Not the weather, not the traffic, not what someone posts. But you can control how you meet it. Because every moment, every sunrise is a chance to choose your response. Instead of being dragged by your reaction, Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And those words, they are freedom wrapped in fire. Because people will betray you, plans will collapse, life will pull the rug from under your feet without a warning. But that's not what breaks you. What breaks you is believing you have no say in how it affects your soul. You do. And every morning you have a decision. Will you let the world define you? Or will you decide who you are before the world even opens its mouth? When Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength. He wasn't writing poetry. He was writing instructions for war. The war we fight every single day inside our own heads. Because that person who cuts you off in traffic, they don't ruin your day. Your anger, your story, your need to be right. That's what ruins it. That job rejection, it doesn't define your worth. Your attachment to a specific outcome, that's the chain on your ankle. The breakup, the betrayal, the silence from someone you gave your all to, that isn't what breaks your heart. It's your refusal to accept that sometimes even good people walk away because they are meant to go where you're going. The truth is, pain doesn't destroy us. Resistance to pain does. The Stoics knew this. They didn't run from hardship. They welcomed it. They sat with grief. They stared down death. They practiced losing what they loved every single day, not because they were morbid, but because they were free. Free from illusion. Free from control. Free from believing that life owed them anything. You want power? Real power? Stop giving people the ability to ruin your peace. Stop giving moments the permission to define your identity. Take it back. Start today. Because no one can steal your peace without your participation. And sometimes the most rebellious thing you can do in a world that's begging for your reaction, is to respond with stillness. I want you to say this out loud. I am not my circumstances. I am my choices. I am not what happens to me. I am what I choose to become. And if today throws you into the fire, remember, the Stoics weren't afraid of the fire. They became the flame that you will die. Maybe not today, maybe not this year, but it's coming. And the clock doesn't ask for your permission. It doesn't care about your excuses, about the goals you keep pushing to someday, because someday isn't real. It's a lie we tell ourselves to avoid the truth. You don't have time. You never did. Memento mori, remember that you must die. The Stoics whispered it every morning, not to darken their mood, but to awaken their soul. Because when you remember death, you remember to live, to stop scrolling, to stop comparing, to stop arguing over things that won't matter in 5 years. Hell, in 5 minutes. So today, live like your life depends on it, because it does. When you open your eyes in the morning, don't just check your phone, check your breath. You're alive. That's not nothing. It's everything. Seneca said, life is long if you know how to use it. And most people don't. They chase comfort, not courage. They numb themselves with noise instead of facing the silence, where all the truth waits. But you're not most people. You're here to remember who you are, a soul forged by fire, not here to be entertained, but to endure, and then to rise. Practice hardship before it arrives. Choose discomfort before it's forced upon you. Take cold showers. Sleep on the floor. Walk instead of drive. Go without what you crave, not to punish yourself, but to free yourself. This is what Stoics did, not to be macho, not to look tough, but because they understood something most people forget. If comfort is your god, then fear will be your master. You want peace? Then train like a warrior. Prepare for the storm when the sky is still blue, because eventually the storm will come, and when it does, most will break. But not you, because you've already stood in the rain, with no coat, no umbrella, just presence. And when fear shows up, because it will, don't run, don't push it away. Sit with it, look in the eye, and say, I'm not afraid of you. I expected you. This is the way of the Stoic. This is the way of the strong, that pain will visit you. Loss will find you. People will betray you. Life will not ask if you're ready. It will not pause while you get your act together. So train now, while the world is still quiet. Train your mind to hold steady when everything else starts to shake. Because life is not about control. It's about composure. You don't get to decide what happens, but you always decide how you respond. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Read that again. Let it sink in. You are not your trauma. You are not your thoughts. You are not the storm. You are the stillness inside it. Every hardship is a lesson. Every obstacle is a teacher. And if you're willing to listen, really listen, they'll shape you into something unbreakable. But most people won't. They'll get bitter. They'll point fingers. They'll complain, wishing life were easier. You'll wish to be stronger. And you'll get there by choosing discipline over desire, by choosing patience over panic, by choosing virtue over victory. Every single day. And maybe no one will clap for you. No one will see the internal war you're fighting. But that's fine, because you're not doing this for applause. You're doing this for freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from need. Freedom from the chaos of the world. Try and pull you in every direction but your own. This is the way. This is what Marcus Aurelius meant when he said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You will find it. And when you do, you won't need motivation. You'll become it. Because Stoicism isn't a quote. It's not a trend. It's a way of life. A quiet strength. A calm mind in a loud world. A fire that burns clean and steady. So live today like a Stoic. Not perfectly, just intentionally. With courage. With clarity. With grace. And when your time comes, because it will, you will leave this world with no regrets. No apologies. No fear, just a quiet smile, and a life well lived in the end. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them, mastering them, choosing who you are in the face of what you cannot control. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present, clear, calm, composed. You won't always win. You won't always be understood, but you'll always have the power to respond with strength, with virtue, with grace. So when life gets loud, be the silence. When the world rushes, be still. And when fear knocks, stand tall, because you've trained for this. You've chosen the harder path, the one that doesn't chase comfort, but builds character, the one that doesn't wait for the world to change, but dares to change itself. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are the author of what comes next. Remember, you have no control over when you die, but you have complete control over how you live. Today, this hour, this moment. So live it well, not someday. Now, memento mori, amor fati, be a stoic.